Alright, hello YouTube, T-Tom is a Beast here, bringing you something a little bit different. As you can see here, I'm on my Mac, yada yada yada. About this Mac, as you can see, it's my MacBook Air, which this is a legitimate MacBook. This isn't some sort of VM, because look at how smooth this is. In a VM, it's not, usually the mouse doesn't move that smoothly, at least for me. But today, I'm going to be teaching you how to install Mac OS X Mavericks, which is my favorite version of OS X, in a VM on Windows. So let's go ahead and switch over to Windows. Okay, we're in Windows now. The first thing you need to do is head over to virtualbox.com. Make this bigger for you. Go to Downloads, and then download the first version for Windows. If you're on Windows, if you're on Linux, or Solaris, or OS X, whatever. And then you also need to get the appropriate extensions pack for this to work right. As you can tell, I already have it because it's in my dock. But after you do that, let's go ahead and launch VirtualBox. Well, you're going to need to grab an ISO. I cannot tell you where it is, or where I got mine, because it's against the YouTube ULaw, and can get my video and my channel taken down. Now, I've launched VirtualBox. We're going to create a new machine, call it Mac OS X Mavericks tutorial. Go ahead and hit next. You need to have 2 gigabytes in memory, because Mac OS X, ever since, I want to say, Snow Leopard, has always had 2 gigabytes minimum. Next, create a virtual hard drive. Next, I'm going to set this up like a MacBook Air, so I'm going to give it 128 gigs. It doesn't need it all, but go based on what you have left available on the drive you want, and then going to create it. And we're going to head over into settings. That looks fine. Advanced. Make optical drive the #1 slot. And put hard drive next. Go ahead and uncheck those, otherwise the system will not start. Display, give it 128 megabytes of memory. Storage, this is where you put the live CD in the empty drive. Choose virtual optical drive. I'm going to go to my desktop and install, or put the optical drive in, check everything. That looks fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. USB 2.0 EHCI controller needs to be on. And then that looks fine. And then VirtualBox should save the settings. Let's go ahead and start. It'll take a minute for my system to start, because I have a weaker system. Plus, this is a laptop, so that doesn't help any bit. As you can tell, Naresh made it. Go ahead and hit enter at this step, and then there's Mac OS X, the boot screen. I'm going to make this the biggest I can. It'll take a minute for it to boot up, so I'm going to head into full screen mode while we're waiting. Oh, host key by default in VirtualBox is right control. Left control will not work. I apologize for the watermark in the video. I just haven't paid for Bandicam yet. But we are waiting now for my machine to boot up, so I will come back once it has booted. Alright, now the machine finally booted up. Now, select your language. If you can see screen tearing, which you most likely will, I apologize, but go and click the next arrow. My system's going to be laggy because I am running Bandicam right now. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Once you reach this step, you need to go up to Utilities and go to Disk Utility. Because you have to set up the drive first. It's not like Windows where the drive is already formatted and ready to go. Alright, there's our Virtualbox hard drive. Give us the proper amount of space. What I like to do is do an erase first. And then, once it's done erasing and partitioning, I will go through, repartition the drive. Like you'll see here in just a second, waiting for the disk to reappear as Untitled. There it is. Come on, loading bar. Yeah, I apologize for this. My system is garbage. There we go. Disk mounted partition. Current layout 1 partition. I'm gonna call this. Oops. What am I doing? Macintosh HDD. Make sure it's Mac OS extended journaled. And click apply. Partition. Hear that noise in the background? That's my dishwasher running. But partition completed. So we're gonna go ahead and quit out of disk utility. Click continue. Agree. Yeah, it's what I'm installing is Naresh's Maverick. Where is the other drive? There it is. Okay, and then customize. Make sure you have all the chameleon checked off. The graphics enablers on. Those two are on. Those two are checked. Make sure all the settings are like this. Laptop drivers, OS 10 files, everything. It is an 8 GB install, but with any luck, we should. Oh, that's for VMware if you're installing for VMware. We're going to go ahead and start installing, and I'm going to go ahead and stop, and hopefully it completely installs, and I am able to boot into OS 10 Mavericks. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up the machine after the install. This will take a little while. I'm going to guess about a minute on my machine. And we're booting, starting machine. There's Virtualbox logo. I'm going to switch into full screen. I'm that kind of guy. This is a Naresh bootloader. I need a drink. And as you can tell, it's been a couple of days. So I'm not gonna lie. I forgot to record after the install because I was so happy it was working. But here we go. Okay. And we're logging in. Oops. I'm voicing over after. I recorded this separately, but... And there we go. Now I decided to put my password in. And as you can still see, screen tearing, but there we are. We're in Mavericks. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more, as it helps me out a bunch. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.